Hi Aquarius, this is Tiffany from Tiffany's Tarology, and I just wanted to jump on here and do a February reading for you guys. It has been quite an eventful beginning of this month, and so I hope that you guys are feeling that energy with Pluto in your sign now, especially for my Aquarius risings. If you want to get connected with me outside of the YouTube space, I do have information in my description box where we can basically talk, chat, get together on a one-on-one, or you can follow me on my Instagram, which I post pretty regularly almost every single day, and there's a smaller group of us on there than most channels, so you might be able to get something out of that. Otherwise, we're going to be doing a Celtic cross today for you, Aquarius, and it's going to be 5 cards across the top portion of my desk, 5 cards across the bottom, because I don't have enough room to be able to actually do the traditional Celtic cross spread as it looks, you know, kind of where it makes that cross. I don't have enough room. So let's dive into your reading with your first card being your current situation for February. And don't worry about the cards not being in focus right away. I will show you all these cards up close. Whoa, let me grab those. One sec, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, sorry about that. So we have the Two of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Judgment card. I think that whatever is coming in, into your radar this particular January, it's about to be really life-changing for you, and you're going to have to make some big decisions. We're going to dive into that deeper after I pull all the cards, but you have a decision to make with that Two of Swords and the Judgment card coming out. So we're going to go ahead and see what your challenge is in that area. And then let me actually position the camera over here a little bit. There we go. Your current challenge to this particular judgment call. You have the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. Your current strength. So for your strengths, you have the High Priestess, area of focus. You have the Knight of Cups. Move these over just a tad. Near future for my dear Aquarius. Queen of Swords. Okay. Your recent past. Moon card in reverse. Your advice from Spirit. Five of Cups. Your current environment. Temperance. Your hopes and fears. You have the Five of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Page of Wands, and your potential outcome. All right, I like it. Eight of Swords, but in reverse. Bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Wands. So you're really geared up for a February where you are starting to put better boundaries in place. And I think it's because you're starting to realize that the people around you are not necessarily doing what they said they do or allowing you to be able to kind of put your barriers down. I feel like you're being very defensive, and you have to be because of whatever it is that you're going through this month. So kind of jumping back to our current situation. You have to make a decision, and I really feel like this decision has a lot to do with your future, especially because your final outcome is releasing yourself from these chains. You're coming from a place where it's like you may have been putting a lot of time or effort into a relationship, into a job, into a project. It's not panning out the way that you would have wanted to. You're feeling this need to kind of rush, and Spirit is saying you need to be patient. And you need to also understand where your blocks are. With it being a judgment call, I really feel like Spirit is asking you to make the decision that is going to give and bring you the most happiness. But you often run into the issue where you don't say what you need to say. You're very intuitive. You have the High Priestess in your strengths category. But the Judgment card is telling me that there's a part of you that is not truly believing and seeing how this is going to work out. And so Spirit is like, I'm blowing the trumpet, I'm calling you forward. But you need to be the one ultimately who makes the decision to move forward with whatever this is in your life. So do you continue down the road of putting money and time and effort into this situation, or do you call it quits? Your current challenge is the Ace of Pentacles to the Six of Cups. I see some of you are playing it safe because you're like, you know what? This is a really beautiful relationship, a beautiful job, a beautiful situation that I've cultivated over the years. And it's been really awesome to me. And it's given me a lot of tenderness and happiness. But Spirit is saying there's something far better for you. And you really need to look at how you're being paid, what you're being given in a relationship. Is it fair? Is it equal? Is it what you're worth? And sometimes holding on to situations, places, and people because it's what you're familiar with, it's something you've been doing for a really long time, it can cause you to be stuck in a place of stagnancy and not grow because of comfortability. And we've all been there. Every one of us has been there. The High Priestess here as your strength lets me know that you're very tapped in, though. You know what you need to do deep down inside. And if you don't know what you need to do, talk with your spirit guides, meditate, use your pendulum, take some tarot cards out. You know, you're very, very highly intuitive. But sometimes I feel like when I look at this High Priestess, we'll zoom in, she kind of got her eyes covered up. So it's like, are you not trusting in your intuitive nature? Are you not believing in yourself? Are you not wanting to see beyond the veil? But then again, she doesn't need her eyes to see because the High Priestess sees with her third eye. But I do feel some sense of blindfold for whatever reason in this particular High Priestess card. Take your own advice, listen to your gut, listen to your intuition, whatever it's telling you that you need to do or not do, that's what you need to do. With your area of focus, I really think that this card coming out is interesting because it's basically you receiving this cup. This, oh, we're so happy to have you here. Oh, I love you so much. Oh, this is such a blessing that we're together, whatever the case might be. But I don't think that this Knight of Cups is actually the Knight of Cups that you need. I feel like there might be a prospect of love, a job that's offering you something or saying, hey, we'll give you a raise. We really value you, but then you don't receive that in return. Like, are you working for a place that's saying that they're going to continually do better and they never do, or with a partner who says I'm going to continually do better and they never do? There's this need for you to look at things from an outside perspective and maybe come at it because it says your near future, you're going to be this Queen of Swords. Come at it with more of a Queen of Swords mentality of like, well, you said you were going to give me a raise, and you said you were going to make this change for me at the workplace, and you said you were going to do this as far as a relationship goes. And you have to actually make that decision that you've been putting off for too long. There's no time to dilly-dally anymore. You're going from this Two of Swords, being indecisive, not wanting to take the blindfold off. There's a blindfold on this one. The eyes are covered up on the High Priestess, and on your potential outcome, the blindfold is coming off, but there's a blindfold. So I feel like you have to embody this air energy, this Queen of Swords energy, to make it to where you need to go next. You have to decide, are you in situations that serve you to your highest and greatest good? Or are you in situations where, as in your future, your recent past, where things were just like not as they seemed? You saw through the, I can't say that. You saw through the BS, and you eventually were able to, I feel like, garner this power. But when the Moon card is upright, there's a lot of illusion and delusion. We know with Neptune going direct, all the planets are direct, there is not going to be any room for this delusion anymore. You're seeing through it. Your final outcome, Eight of Swords in reverse, you're walking past it. But it's going to take you really realizing that this Knight of Cups, this whatever this offer is that's coming in with sweet nothing, same thing with the Six of Cups, it's not quite what it seems. And you are going to have to really sit with yourself and ask, is it worth putting that Pentacle energy in there? That's why you're having this judgment call. It's a call to action of like, are you going to see things for how they actually are? You're going to keep the blindfold on. Woo! Spirit's calling you out, Aquarius. And that's okay. That's what we're here for, to grow through it and go through it and help each other to do better. Why does this keep moving? That's so weird. Anywho, that Knight of Cups is very significant. So, your advice, the Five of Cups. Spirit wants you to focus not on what you have lost, but what there is to be gained from the situation. When we look at the Five of Cups, 3 cups have fallen, but 2 cups still stand. So when this card is used as advice, it's telling you that, yes, there has been some kind of mishap, or someone has done something to hurt you, or there has been something that has caused grief. But there is a silver lining. There still is more where that came from. So your advice is basically telling you, like, let's jump in when we're emotionally ready, because the cups suits are about emotion. When we're emotionally ready, let's do what we need to do to move forward and get out of this mindset that we've been in. All right, sorry, my camera died. But what I was saying, to just sum this card up, is there is something that you need to learn about how to face this issue head on that will allow you to embody both the grief and the power and transmute that into you eventually finding more balance, because this is your current environment. I feel like as we move through February, this will become more and more apparent that you are finding the ways to alchemize your pain, your sorrow, your issues. You're moving beyond them and you're alchemizing them into something that works better for you. You're finding your peace. You're truly becoming very driven, because this is Sagittarius energy, driven to alchemize things, to figure out, how am I going to get to this rainbow? How do I get past the desert and find this little oasis? You know what I mean? Like, you're going to figure it out. Your current environment shows me that you are finding the pieces as you go through February. You're picking yourself back up, and it's very self-made. I'm not seeing you have a whole lot of other people come in and help you do this. I really see you standing on your own 2 feet and being in your power. Your angels are also there to help you. With your hopes and fears, I feel like you are scared that you are going to run into opposition, having things that are less than, and not really being able to stand in your true power. I think that as you start to see the reality around you of this Page of Wands and this Five of Swords and the negativity that these situations and these people bring into your life, you will be able to cut them out and you will be able to stand, on your own 2 feet. But it is going to come after a period of you having to cleanse yourself of the negative energy and stand back into your full throne. I feel like the Queen of Wands is the shadow work queen, as I've heard many readers say. So this is a month of shadow work, of deep introspection, of figuring out who you are. And I see with your final outcome of the Eight of Swords in reverse, you are going to get out of that mindset of not knowing who the F you are. And you're going to unbound yourself, right? You're going to take yourself out of these trenches and chains, and you will find out that you have that boss energy within you. You can stand up for yourself and embody your Queen of Swords, but you can also become very powerful after alchemizing this energy and become a force to be reckoned with. So again, I see you really moving into a more beautiful spot over time. But again, just to kind of harp on this a little bit, with this as your potential outcome, you are about to walk out of this place of feeling like you can't move forward. You are going to take the blindfold off by the end of this month and say, I know what I deserve and I know what I want. Whether they're not paying you right, loving you right, treating you right, whatever the case is, you will take that blindfold off that you were kind of refusing to with the Two of Swords and with the High Priestess. You have to understand that, yes, it sucks. And yes, it will probably hurt and there will be grief. But alchemy is the ultimate reveal of this beautiful energy that I know that you can and will embody by the end of this month. So really focus on what it is that Spirit's asking you to, come to this judgment call about. We're going to pull from our Oracle deck. We're going to pull 3 Oracle cards to see what else Spirit wants to say to you about the month of February. But this is about stepping into your power, but not just power of oh, I'm the boss. It's like stepping into your new self. You are about to really transform. That's what I feel like. You started off as like this Two of Swords, meek energy, and you ended off on that Queen of Wands, you know, energy. So you have valiant courage, transformation. We got some of these also in the Libra reading. So if you have any Libra energy, and great adventure, you might want to check out that Libra reading. All right. Ooh, stepping into your power was in reverse. I do think by the end of this month, you're going to be stepping into it fully upright. So valiant courage, take action with passion. So what is it that you feel like you deserve? And whatever that is, you go after it wholeheartedly with everything that you've got. If you feel like you need more money, more respect, more time, more freedom, whatever that is, you're about to walk into that because you passionately are going after it. You're on your high horse. You got your flag waving high. You're like, I am who I am. This is what I deserve. I'm not taking no for an answer. I'm not taking this as my final outcome. I want that King of Wands. I want that, you know, energy that's positive. I don't want that page anymore, right? With the transformation card, it says a fresh new way of living emerges. So this was a part of the process that was supposed to bring you out of the ashes and into the newness of who you are, the phoenix rising from the ashes energy. We have to often go through those cycles of phoenix rising energy because spirit sometimes has to break us all the way down to bring us all the way back up. And there's parts of ourselves that we needed to uncover and find during that breakdown process, and then there's new building blocks to help us build our future as we move forward. And don't worry, this is going to be a risk. It says great adventure, take a risk, venture forward, but this adventure is going to take you to new sites, new places, new relationships, new jobs, new places of living, whatever the case might be. And you are going to realize that if you had never taken that first step of being courageous and going through the transformation, even in the midst of adversity, you would have never made it to the next place. There is rocky seas, as you can see here, like the ocean is not calm. There is going to still be turbulence throughout the month of February, but this is you finally taking a step forward. As we go into the springtime, come March, we're about to take off. It's about to be a whole new trajectory for many, many of us as this new year actually officially rolls in. So I'm sending you so much love, my dear Aquarius. You're going through a lot this month, but it's an empowering energy. And I feel very thankful to have been able to help guide you through that. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel to help me grow. It was really great reading for you, and I'm rooting for you, most importantly. But anywho, catch us in a couple of days for your mid-monthly reading, and I will check in with you at that time. Bye, guys.